Before you decide whether you agree, before you decide whether you believe, before you decide whether this moment is for you, I asked only one thing. Listen. And not because I'm asking you to believe me, but because every great solution deserves to be heard before it's accepted or rejected. For just a few moments, set aside personalities, set aside opinions, assumptions, and allow one question to enter your mind. What if? What if we've been looking for solutions in all the wrong places when the solutions has always been us? And if, by the end of this series, you believe these ideas can strengthen families, businesses, neighborhoods, and future generations, support the mission. If you don't, at least let your decision be based upon what you heard, not on what you assume. Because every meaningful movement begins the same way. Someone was willing to listen. Now, let's begin. Why audio? Well, you may notice something different. We're starting with audio instead of video. That decision was intentional. In a world filled with videos, images, headlines, reels, and endless distractions, we become conditioned to react to what we see before we fully process what we hear. And sometimes a powerful image can persuade us before we've had the opportunity to think critically about the message itself. So for this series, we'll be removing the visual distractions, right? No fancy graphics, no emotional video clips, no special effects, just ideas, just questions, just conversations. Because one of the most valuable skills we can develop is the ability to listen, reflect, and think for ourselves. Critical thinking begins when we slow down long enough to evaluate an idea on its own merit, not based on who said it, not based on what someone looked like, not based upon a title, position, race, religion, or political affiliation, but based on the message itself. So today, many of us consume information at the speed of emotion. We react before we reflect. We judge before we investigate. We dismiss before we understand. This series is an invitation to do something different. To listen, to think, to question, to imagine. Because if we hope to build a better future for our sons, daughters, grandchildren, and generations to come, we must first become willing to hear solutions, discuss solutions, and evaluate solutions. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. So wherever you are right now, whether you're driving, working, walking, or simply taking a moment to reflect, thank you for listening. Now, let's begin. Episode 1, Phase 1, The People Become the Solution. For decades, we've waited. We waited for government. We waited for corporations. We waited for nonprofits. We waited for politics and government. We waited for someone else to solve problems that continues to grow. What if the greatest solution has been sitting in front of us the entire time? The people. So phase 1 isn't about promising to eliminate poverty or homelessness overnight. It's about creating a system where millions of people can work together to reduce those challenges through collective participation, through shared resources and accountability. This isn't just another app. It isn't another social media platform. It isn't another website asking for your attention. It's an economic movement that asks every resident, every business, every church, every nonprofit, every school, every athlete, every entertainer, and every community leader one simple question. Will you become part of the solution? Every resident who registers strengthens the network. Every business that joins expands opportunity. Every organization that participates increases the community's ability to serve others. Every person matters. Instead of asking, Who's going to fix this? We begin asking, what role will I play? Technology doesn't solve community problems. People do. Technology simply gives people the tools to organize, communicate, collaborate, support one another, and measure progress together. And this movement also creates something we've been missing for generations, and that's accountability. Not accountability through blame, accountability through participation. When solutions exist, we all have a responsibility to help build them. Imagine thousands of neighborhoods connected. Imagine millions of residents intentionally supporting local businesses. Now imagine organizations working together instead of competing. Imagine communities with better ways to identify their needs, coordinate resources, and celebrate progress. That's what phase 1 begins to build. Not dependency, ownership, not isolation, connection, not endless conversations, action. Now, let me ask you another question. What if we've been building someone else's future while neglecting to build our own? Every day, we invest our time, our attention, our creativity, our business, and our communities into some of the world's largest technology platforms. Those platforms have connected billions of people and created enormous value. Now imagine what could happen if that same spirit of participation and collaboration were focused on strengthening our own communities. Artificial intelligence is changing the way we live, work, and do business. Some jobs will evolve, some jobs will disappear. New opportunities will emerge, but change is coming, whether we're ready or not. The question isn't whether AI will reach our communities. The question is, will we prepare before it does? This movement isn't built on fear. It's built on preparation. It's built on participation, and it's built on ownership. And most importantly, it's built with future generations in mind. Our sons, our daughters, come on, our grandchildren. Now let me ask one final question. Have we become so focused on the messenger that we've stopped listening to the message? And when I think about that, I think about history. History reminds us that meaningful ideas sometimes dismissed because of who presents them rather than what they propose. Instead of asking, who said it? What if we ask, could this help strengthen our communities? And if the answer is yes, then perhaps the mission deserves our attention regardless of who first shared the idea. Because this movement isn't about one individual. It isn't about one family. It isn't about one company. It's about creating something that can outlive all of us. A future where technology helps connect communities instead of simply capturing their attention. A future where people don't just consume platforms, they help build stronger communities through them. One person may not change a city, but millions of connected people can. The future is coming again, whether we're ready or not. The only question is, will we continue help building someone else's future, or will we begin building one together for our children and grandchildren? This is phase 1. Not waiting, not complaining, not watching from the sidelines, becoming the solution. If you're ready, register. Then let's build something our children and grandchildren will thank us for. Some of us have never heard of digital ecosystems, why they're created, right? It's to bring peace of mind, remove the negativity from social media, right? So you have individuals who are investing $91 a month and up, right? Just for peace of mind, just for sanity, right? To remove all the negativity. And as we said before, digital ecosystems starts as low as $2.54, whatever your budget, right? So just keep in mind, whatever your budget, you can be a part of an ecosystem where we provide you with services that no ecosystem globally can offer you and has offered you. All the services that we offer are in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you get all those services for $2.54. And we use half of those proceeds to solve community concerns. It's like apples and oranges, right? It's like 2 + 2 is 4. So digital ecosystems are typically expensive to build, maintain, and operate on a monthly basis. That's why some communities, though available, may temporarily be unavailable. So go to www.umyogossip.com. This is for content creators, their subscribers and followers, right? If that's not your community, you can explore communities that best fit your interest at umyonetwork.com, UMYO network.com. If you're unable to register, please let us know. To manage development costs, some communities may not yet be live, or may have registration temporarily disabled. We'll make that live for you, right? And also see descriptions for community incentives. We want you to know everything it is that we're doing. That means you got to go back to school, right? That means you got to read. They say we don't read. Say we don't like to read, right? If you have any questions, let us know. They said we don't like to read. The solution, the plan of action, right, to this cannot be given in a paragraph, cannot be given in a video, right? It's just a synopsis, right? But a plan of action, you have to read it, right? That way you're able to understand it. I say read it with a family member, right? But take the time to read, or continue to go through the depression, the anxiety, the frustration, the division, the racism, you know what I'm saying? Politics, all the BS that's out there. We can continue to go through that, or we can just take 20 minutes, right? Instead of watching a gossip video, just do that afterwards. I'm not saying don't watch it, just do it afterwards, right? But take the time, right, to read, because the future of our next and present generation depends upon what you do today. Listening. And how can we expect our younger generation to listen if they don't have good examples? How can we expect them to read if they don't see us reading, right? If somebody come to you with a plan of action and say we can do this collectively together with a step-by-step plan of action, and we don't read it, and yet we're still complaining, what's wrong with that picture? Okay. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Thank you for those who are registering. And if this conversation challenged you, right, the way you think, if it encouraged you to look beyond problems and begin exploring solutions, then we've accomplished our purpose. We didn't create this channel to become influencers or simply produce content for views. We created this channel to start meaningful conversations, to share ideas, and help people think differently about what's possible when communities work together. Our passion has always been building solutions, critical thinking. These conversations are simply an invitation for others to help build them with us. If you believe these discussions are worth hearing, subscribe and share. Turn on your notifications so you'll know when the next conversation is released. Each conversations build on the last, and together they tell a much larger story. And to every content creator, podcaster, influencer, pastor, educator, athlete, community leader, and organizations, I like to offer you a challenge, right? Dedicate just one day each week to sharing solutions with your audience. Not just problems, not just headlines, not just controversies, solutions. We love to show what partnership can look like, right? Including ways your audience may benefit through incentives, the way you can benefit through incentives, collaboration, and community building opportunities. We believe that the future won't be built through competition alone. It will be strengthened through partnership, right? Because when one community grows stronger, we all grow stronger. Until next time, don't just listen, think. Don't just think, participate. Don't just participate, build. Because the future isn't waiting for us. It's being built by us. We'll see you in the next conversation. Again, if this conversation made you think, subscribe. If it challenged your perspective, share it. And if it inspired you to become part of the solution, we'll see you in the next conversation.